Hey there, Magic One. Welcome to your tarot reading for the week. I really hope that you are staying blessed. I've just called in to say a big hi and to let you know what I've been working on. I'm actually currently chipping away at the March monthly tarot readings. Yes, chipping away because it does take a lot of time. So I'll be releasing them across the next 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully 2. So keep an eye out for your sign. There's also extended versions of those available this time round. So if the message really resonates for you and perhaps you don't want to get a personal reading, you can, for a very small donation, jump into a more deep and clarified version of that reading. So all the details will be in the reading. When you see your sign pop up, you can find that out. If you do want a personal reading or healing, I am available for those, and you'll find the link to my website down below where you can arrange that. The doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. Should you want to really learn to connect more deeply with your own intuition and guide yourself, I'd love to take you on that journey with me. But for now, I am wishing you a week of love and magic. Thanks for joining me for your reading. Let's head across now. Capricorn, welcome to your tarot reading for March 7th to the 13th. Let's see what may be on the cards for you. I've got the 9 card block here, 3 cards recent past, 3 current or focus energy, 3 near future outcome, a couple of oracles, a lead tarot energy, and I've turned over the bottom of the deck for you. This week, Capricorn, I'm working with the Work Your Light Oracle, Sacred Power reading cards, the Moonchild and Starchild Tarot from my fave Danielle Knoll, and the Radiant Ride Away. So Capricorn, getting down to business. You've got some big ins here. You've got the Justice, the Tower, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Swords. It really feels like profound and potentially sudden unplanned change is upon you. But we've got to keep in mind here, Capricorn, that the universe is redirecting you. Wheel of Fortune. It feels like maybe you're maybe not quite on your path of destiny at the moment. Maybe you've taken a sidestep. Maybe you've stayed in a situation too long and maybe past that kind of growth point. And the universe is saying, well, it's got to go. It's got to go because you have got other things to do. You've got maybe other soul agreements to connect with here. So they're needing to remove you from the situation. I think that you have an idea, though, that this could go down. The first oracle is trust the niggle. What is that feeling trying to tell you? So I feel like you've been getting the intuitions. You've been kind of feeling that maybe the situation isn't right for you anymore. You know, we often also get the signs and synchronicities from the universe. I always say the universe will tickle us with a feather for so long, trying to get our attention. Hey, you need to change this area of your life before it brings in the Tower, which is the Mack trucks basically plowing through to clear the path. So, you know, it's kind of like you've had an opportunity to kind of work with that energy and bring through the change yourself, but no judgment. You know, we're all human, and often we resist change because sometimes we're like, well, I don't know if it's right, I don't know if I'm making the right decision, but also because the fear of the unknown and the fear of, you know, the upheaval that we might have to go through when we bring in profound change. So really, I think intuitively, you know, you do know. We've got affirmations here. It's going to be really important for you to think positively, to speak positively throughout this time, in order to kind of keep your energy, you know, open and clear as well. So make sure that you're using that positive language, loving words, not, you know, getting into the victim mentality of like, why does this always happen to me? Why am I always facing tower moments? It's like we can say to ourselves through affirmation, the universe is aligning me to my true path. I embrace the change required for my highest and best path, okay? 9 of Swords is your lead tarot energy, and what appears in the reading as well. I'm getting a lot of this happening lately, you know, really sort of doubling up here. And, you know, it's an energy of stress and tension or overwhelm. So it feels like this change is quite overwhelming for you, but I love the ending of this reading, okay? This is powerful redirection and tables turning and heading in a destined new direction, okay? It may feel challenging at first, but the universe is saying this is destined for you. We've got the Justice here, which I'll just address quickly. It's Libra energy, Capricorn, and basically the Justice comes into a reading when it's like, we have reached the tipping point, like time out, there has to be change here, something's got to give. It really feels to me, Capricorn, that this area of your life has been out of balance for some time. Now, this is a general reading for the collective. I'm going to read the pattern and you can apply it to your life area. I'm seeing 2 Pentacles cards here, so it could be to do with your money, your work, but it can be about your security and stability in relationships as well. So it says that something in one of those areas is really out of balance for you, and Justice is this energy that comes in to basically even the score, to bring back in fair play, you know, to realign that path. It's number 11 in the major arcana. You might be seeing 1111, a lot of 11s, and that basically is the universe or spirit guides trying to get your attention, and be very mindful of what you're thinking about in that exact moment, Capricorn, because there'll be guidance in there for you. Now, the cards that follow after Justice are number 12, Hanged Man, 13, Death. So Justice is kind of like this opportunity to step up and take some action, sever some ties, maybe initiate some legal proceedings if there's contracts or marriages, that sort of thing, to prepare for the death, basically. But generally, you know, after we know that justice is coming, we've felt the intuition and we're stressing and overwhelmed about it, we will go from Justice to Hanged Man, which is basically, I feel stuck, I don't know how to move forward, this is really scary. And we need to die the death of the Hanged Man, right? We actually need to go through grieving. 5 of Cups is the first card of your reading. We often grieve while we're still in the relationship, while we're still in the situation. And it's through that process where we finally get to a place of acceptance. And acceptance is like the latch, right, that releases the Hanged Man from suspension and really liberates, right? Through the death. That's why the death card is a card of transformation, because it's about death and rebirth, and we are liberated into the new, which is also the unknown, which can be scary, yes. So I feel like there is an ending for you that's going to give way to a rebirth, or like a phoenix rising kind of situation, a whole new chapter starting. So I think at the moment, I feel like this is almost the precursor of grieving, for the change that you know is coming. Like, you can feel it intuitively. You're sort of like, I know I'm going to need to leave the situation at some point, but I'm hanging on. And I feel like the universe is going to bring in the Tower, unplanned change, to shift you when you won't shift yourself. So you're grieving about the potential severing of ties. But the Page of Wands is saying it's time for you to move on to new growth. I'm seeing in this Page of Wands somebody who's standing in that barren desert, and it really feels like you have outgrown the situation. You've gotten to the end where there's no new inspiration here. It's dried up, literally. And it's time for you to discover growth, new passion, to reconnect with your purpose, to be lit up, right? When we stop feeling the current of the life force energy moving through us, okay, we shut down some of our chakras, we get stuck in grief or guilt or shame, sadness, you know, we really aren't alive, right? We need to be in that state of clarity, energy moving through us, running a high frequency in order to kind of be in our highest vibrational expression. So we need to move through this quickly and not stay in this energy in order to get to purpose. Like, I don't think you'll find many people that are, you know, really happy and living their life purpose and feeling really, you know, alive, that are also like then falling deeply into, you know, into stress or guilt or loss. So it's coming for you. It's coming for you. Now, Capricorn, here I've got the 9 and 8 of Pentacles with the Tower in the middle. So the Pentacles energy can indicate that this is to do with that stability, security, workplace, business, money, finance, okay? So it could be transforming that area of your life. But first of all, before we kind of get to that transformation, the Tower is going to fall. It says that this situation is built on a shaky foundation. Look at this. So it's only a matter of time, or it's only taken one incident here to bring it down. That incident could have been, you know, a big argument erupting in your relationship. It could have been in the workplace. Well, we're going to do a round of redundancies and you make sense to be let go. Something like that. But you should be celebrating anyway, because this is doing the work for you that maybe you were resisting doing yourself. It's a square peg, round hole situation, and it's time for it to be cleared so that you can clear that slate and rebuild and carve out a new path in your own proud direction. Eight of Pentacles, where you will invite in a sense of quality, luxury, abundance, and independence into your life. So the Tower is an act of grace that clears the path. And generally with the Tower, the message is don't try and rebuild the Tower or kind of hold on as it's going down. Like if we hold on to it while it's going down, we normally end up, you know, in a real situation. We're really in the thick of it, you know. If we try and rebuild or patch up a falling tower, we will likely go around for a bit more of a cycle. It will play out for a bit more, and then we will face the falling tower again. It's like prolonging the inevitable. And we've also like maybe wasted time where we could have been on path. Yeah, and we sort of like go through more of the pain, because essentially if we stay in the situation, we will get a very similar result. We'll maybe stay in this kind of grieving energy, just, you know, wondering, you know, when's it going to be the right time to step out? How am I going to do it? I'm feeling stuck in Hanged Man energy. The outcome is the Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, it feels scary. Yes, there is stress and tension and overwhelm here, but there is also magical change here. This is very, you know, fast change as well with the Eight of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, and it's in the direction of your destiny. Like I always say with the Eight of Wands that this is the kind of energy that can have you go in an entirely new direction, like doing a 180. One day we thought we were, you know, maybe in a marriage or something like that. The next day we find ourselves maybe, you know, relocating and living this kind of young single life. Like it's a very, very different energy. The Eight of Wands could mean, between that and the Page of Wands, that there has been some kind of message or communication that was the catalyst, you know, the synchronistic catalyst for the Tower falling. So you might have learned a truth, or you might have got the message come through like, I don't want to be with you anymore, or we're going to need to end your contract, we're selling the house that you rent. It's one of those kind of situations where it's like, well, I didn't see that coming, but now that it's here, you don't have a choice, right? But the Wheel of Fortune says it is the end of that chapter, and it is time for you, and it's destined, divine time for you to move into your next karmic cycle. And it could have been quite a long one for you. I've got 10, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is a 10. It's kind of like we've got the 9, the 10, the 11. It could have been 19, 11 months, or it could have been years for some of you. The Tower. The Tower is the gateway to the Wheel of Fortune turning and bringing in the new, the happiness, the stability, the security, the abundance of the Four of Wands. And again, we see the 1111 here. If you're seeing that, this is definitely your reading. And the Four of Wands is a milestone. This is a huge milestone towards greater happiness, but you might not see that until a little bit down the track, Capricorn, through hindsight. That's good old hindsight. Okay, Capricorn, well, I'm going to leave it here, and I really wish you all the best with this reading and hope it resonates for those that it's meant for. Do keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective. It's not my intention to, you know, reach each of you in resonance every week. It just doesn't work like that. Drop me a comment if you're called to share. I do read them all and try to connect to you all over there. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. That way you'll know when I post new videos. It also helps support my channel, so it's a great energy exchange between us, as is when you like, share and comment on the video. It's been a pleasure to read your cards, Capricorn. See you back here for another one next week. Bye for now.